Alright. We're gonna review this thing. Good, lighting's good. Yeah! Plebdominus Rex signing in, and today we're gonna look at something very special and that we've been waiting for a very, very long time. That long time being about since December, and that something has finally arrived to people's doorsteps all over America, and that thing is the Dino Rivals Destroy and Devour Indominus Rex by Mattel. This has been a long time coming because the Indominus Rex has been wanted in the Mattel toy line ever since the toy line first came out around stores. People, I've seen edits of the Indominus being photoshopped onto a Mattel packaging, and people wanted something like this for a very long time, and now we've got it. The Indominus Rex from the first Jurassic World movie. And I gotta say, I really have to say, this is probably my favorite Mattel Jurassic World toy. By far. I mean, it was originally the Thrash and Throw, but this has got to be my favorite, and I'm gonna tell you why in this review. Taking a look at the box, you can already tell that it's already out. I mean, the string's are already cut. It's already loose. It's because when I first got this back 2 weeks ago, or at least a week ago, it was... something's happened, and I wanted to do an unboxing real quick, but I just couldn't contain myself, so I just opened it, and in replace of that unboxing and in replace of that Red Rex video that y'all saw, I'm gonna do a review on this guy because, one, I wanted to do a review and some other stuff, but here we are, already out of its box, and here it is. And why don't we take a closer look at it? So here you can see that it says Destroy and Devour Indominus Rex. Right here says it can slash, roar, and devour. Right here we have a nice render of the T-Rex and the Indominus Rex squaring off. Right in the middle there is the Dino Rivals logo with the Jurassic World logo itself. Up here, you can see the Jurassic World logo being hidden behind the Indominus Rex's tail, and you can see another nice logo displaying the T-Rex's skull with the action feature of it roaring, and you can see that there's a little button, a little arrow pointing at the button on the back, and another arrow right there to signal another button right here where it'll show you the action feature. Oops, shoot. And on the side, nothing much. It says Dino Rivals. You have a nice view of the Indominus Rex's head, and on the back you can see everything that this thing can do. Here are some suggestions of some dinosaurs like the Delta, the Microceratops, the Coelaurus, I think I said that wrong, the Draco Rex, I was gonna say Dracoceratops, I've been playing Jurassic World Alive too much, the Herrerasaurus, a Jurassic World Owen, which is kind of weird. I hope we get that someday. I hope, what I'm hoping is that this will lead to, Mattel will probably, before the third Jurassic World movie comes out, is that they'll be heading towards, Jurassic World toys. Not Fallen Kingdom, but, Jurassic World back in 2015, redoing the whole thing over again to, make toys of that movie, to, kind of go back to it. And right here you can see there's a collector card which has been taken out, it's right there. I'll show you when I take this thing out of the box. A nice render of the Indominus Rex, which kind of looks weird, honestly, because I feel like the head is a little too big on the body, and it's been very, like, airbrushed and photoshopped. It looks kind of bad. I really don't like it. There's blue squaring off of the Indominus Rex, and more of the slash, roar, and devour, showing you how you can destroy and devour everything, and you can also grab it. It's not really a slash; it's more like a grab. Kind of, it's like this thing is like a hybrid between like the thrash and throw and the Indoraptor, the grab and growl. Well, that's the box. So now it's time to get this thing out of containment. And here she is, the Indominus Rex. She looks fantastic, doesn't she? Taking a good look at her. But why don't we push her to the side for just a minute and take a look at her collector card. Not much to say. It's not really like the Jurassic Park collector cards. It's just like some stats for the dinosaur. And I must say, this girl is very strong. It has a 10 for strength, an 8 for speed, a 10 for intelligence, and a 10 for slashing, I guess, or ferocity, I guess. Yeah, this thing is very strong. I think this should be like one indication that the Indoraptor cannot go up against this thing. That's my opinion, and it's a 38, which is really cool. It reminds me a lot. This reminds me a lot like the Jurassic Park cards, which I actually prefer those. But that's the card. I know you're not really here for this. You are here for the main event, and that is this girl. Now, back to what I was saying about her. Her sculpt is really good. She is very, like, in terms of sculpt, this thing is really good. It's probably the best representation of the Indominus Rex from anywhere, actually. Sorry if like the light is like cutting out and everything. There's some construction going on outside, whatever. You're just gonna see a lot of lights flickering on and off. So sorry about that. You might even hear some stuff outside. But anyway, back to what I was saying. The sculpt is really nice. If we can just take a really good look at it. Really nice detail on the head. I really like the teeth. I really like the teeth, how like it's kind of like bulging out of its like gums, kind of like you see in the movie. It looks really nice. It has a really nice eye. I like the brown, even though it's not, like in the movie it was like this section right here was like gray, but I kind of like the brown. It kind of gives it like, it kind of makes it unique, I guess. However, I don't like the eye. I think the Thrash and Throw's eye is actually better, and I'll even go as far as to say that the Hasbro eye of the bad boy Indominus looks better than this. But other than that, pretty nice. I like it. Has a lot of pebbling texture all throughout the body. The toes are painted, which are really nice. A lot of nice detail on the feet. Nice detail. I like how they have the feathers along the body and the arms, because that's one of my favorite features of this. Like, you can tell it's like made out of like several different dinosaurs. Like nice brown, or at least wait, that's not brown, that's gray. It doesn't really show here, but if you see it in person, you'll see like there's some gray going along the body and then on the top. And I must say, this thing is made out of like tough plastic, and if you're not careful, you can like seriously either injure somebody or kill them, which is pretty awesome. It's pretty baller, but don't do that. Don't do that. This is not. Don't hurt anybody with this thing, because otherwise I'll get in trouble, and we don't want anyone to get hurt on my watch. Now would we? Now, for sculpt, or at least like things that I really don't like how I said about the toenails, the fingers, or at least or at least the fingernails aren't painted, which kinda sucks. But other than that, I really like it. I really like the sculpt. It looks really nice. Oh, and here's the bottom. Just so anyone would like to see the bottom. And here is the scanner code, just if y'all wanted it. Why not? There it is. Now, if you saw the box, you know this thing has lights, sound, and gimmicks. And we're going to test those right now. So the first thing it does is it roars, and on the back of the tail right here, if you can see it, this section right here, that is the button to activate the roar. It has three roars, and this is one of them. That's 1, 2, and 3. I like that last one. And the button right here activates the slashing action, or really it's a grabbing feature. Now if you just push it, makes 2 sound effects, I think. I think that was 2. That might have been 2. Yeah, that was just 2. So yeah, that is some really cool action features. But another thing that I guess counts, I don't know, it's just one thing I didn't realize, that if you pull the head up or down, like if you pull the body up and down, the head moves up and down with it. And what I realized what you can do, aside from the main action feature, is you could probably bash other toys. So like, this is kind of like an unintentional. So I'm just gonna place this Ceratosaurus right here. And I really thought this was really cool. You could do that. You could bash it. It's really cool. Just something before I move on to the main action features, which I'll get into right now. Okay, so for one of the action features, you can pick up other toys, small ones, not big ones, of course, because this thing doesn't really have a strong grip, but it has a strong enough grip to where it can pick up humans and even small dinosaurs. So, like so. I'll just cut to one where it actually works. Oh, got on the first try. Like that. And then you can make her roar with a victorious roar. And then you can drop him. And down he goes. Long live the king. And then the second action feature, which I'll have to get on the other side of the camera, because this is kind of hard to do, because that stupid gate is in the way, is that you can use the roaring action, or the back button, to pick up other action figures, like so. And then you can pick them up, and then devour them. And as you can hear, there was another sound effect where in the back of the throat, there's a button in the back of the throat that makes a crunching sound, which I will show you in just a second. And also, it even has a light up feature, which I'll show you right now. I think there might be a third sound. Nope, just 2. Alright, size comparison time. Now, I really don't want to do this, but I have it with me, and a lot of other toy reviewers have already done it, but it must be done. Here is the Destroy and Devour next to the Bad Boy Indominus Rex by Hasbro, the original Indominus Rex toy. Now, despite what people say, I still like this. I still like the Hasbro Indominus for multiple reasons. One, I like the rubber skin. Two, it's able to pick up action figures a lot more easier than the Destroy and Devour one. And another thing is that it feels a lot more solid. Like, it's easier to pick up and play with. And if this guy were able to stand and were able to fill in these screw holes right here that you see, this thing would have been on par, honestly. It reminds me, this is probably Hasbro's own Red Rex. Like, because, like, it's a big dinosaur. Lots of kids wanted it at the time, I think. And not only that, this is my first big dinosaur that I had in my collection for a very long time. And it holds a special place in my heart because this was one of my first dinosaur toys I've ever gotten. So I can't entirely hate on this thing. Not only that, but it has a really cool gimmick. And I have to say that I think the roar on this guy is actually louder. I tried to make her stand using Brando's tutorial. Didn't really work because I think I got some stuff wrong. I might go back in here and try to do it all over again, but so the action feature doesn't work as well, but that's still really cool. Like, the way the mouth opens, it's all like the way the mouth opens, that looks cool. It's a cool toy, okay? Alright, back to the size comparisons. Here it is in front. You can see that it is bigger. I mean, the new Mattel one is a lot bigger and actually has the same tail curve for some reason. Yeah, but yeah, another thing is about this Indominus is that the fingers are painted. One up for Hasbro. And here she is next to our other Indominus Rex Hasbro counterparts. And again, I still like these. I still like these toys. I mean, I like this one because of how small and how, like, adorable this thing is. The Basher and Biter Indominus Rex is. In fact, the majority of my Hasbro collection are these Basher and Biters, which I like. This one's my favorite. I mean, it just looks adorable when it's doing that. Yeah, but I still like the Basher and Biters, and I still like the vehicle playset one, which again has a really cool action feature. And I still like this. I still like the sliding door. Not everything from Hasbro is terrible. Could have been better. Yes. Is it all terrible? No. But well, there it is. The old versus the new. Here she is next to the big daddy herself, the original Kenner Red Rex, which looks amazing. They both look amazing next to each other, I have to say. And honestly, you might not think about it at first, but the Destroy and Devour is probably the exact same, like, height-wise, the same height as the Red Rex, which is amazing. It's just, the only thing is that the tail is not as long as, oh crap, is not as long as you can see here. They're almost exactly the same size. Look at that. That is insane. You have to give Mattel that one. They're getting up there. If this shows that Mattel has the capability of making fantastic toys. I mean, look at that. That looks kind of looks goofy, actually. The way the tears is like, but yeah, I do like the rubber skin. However, I don't know. This is gonna have its own review, but I'm just gonna like, even though it's my favorite, I have to say this guy has problems, probably on par with Mattel. Shocking, I know. Like, this thing isn't that durable as much as many people think it is. But yeah, it looks great. It looks really great next to each other. Alright, so I don't have the Bite and Fight T-Rex because I really don't care for... I don't really care much for it. So here's the Thrash and Throw. Once my favorite Mattel T-Rex, if not my favorite T-Rex. Now, a lot of people might have a lot of problems with this one, but I have to say, it's my favorite. I haven't had many problems with it. The only problem with it is that it can't stand sometimes, and that's because of that stupid button on the bottom of the foot. That's why it's leaning over a lot. But this one, like, this is probably the reason why this is my favorite now is because I'm starting to see a lot of problems with the Thrash and Throw. And I'm starting to see that it's not as fun as the Indominus, I must say. But yeah, here they are. Looks great together, actually. I would have to say, which is more fun to play with, I have to say the Indominus, mainly because it's able to pick up other figures easier. That's probably why. And only that, it stands like properly. But yeah, that's that. Here she is next to some raptors. We have the Attack Pack Velociraptor, the orange one, which is probably my favorite basic Velociraptor. The Jumping Raptor, the Battle Damage Blue, which is probably my favorite raptor, and the original, well, actually not the original, but the Lost World Velociraptor, which is still a pretty cool toy. So that's that. Here she is with her younger brothers, the Grab and Growl Indoraptor and the Super Polable Indoraptor, which they look great together. She's not in scale with the Grab and Growl, obviously, but she is in scale with the superimposable one, which kids will have great fun times with this too. I mean, look at that. Brothers forever. Brother and sister forever. And here she is next to a human figure, which is Owen. So that is the Destroy and Devour Indominus Rex. Now, I must say, this is one of the best offerings Mattel has ever given us to us Jurassic Park fans. Jurassic Park and World fans. The Indominus Rex is probably one of the better toys to play with, as it is a lot durable than the Thrash and Throw and even some of the other dinosaurs in the line. It is the biggest. It is one of the biggest next to the Super Colossal and the Mosasaur. But I do have problems with it despite everything it could do, because I love the fact that it can pick up action figures a lot better than the Thrash and Throw. I love that it can pick up it can actually pick up humans with the grabbing feature like it does with the Grab and Growl Indoraptor, which is much better at doing that than the Grab and Growl. Some problems with it that I have include the fact that the humans cannot be swallowed all the way to the belly like the bull T-Rex or the Grab and Growl, the Super Colossal T-Rex. That's one gripe, because there's supposed to be a Destroy and Devour Indominus Rex, so I can't go around and eat other dinosaurs and eat other humans while I'm destroying Jurassic Park or World, because there really isn't a place set for Jurassic World, so it has to be Jurassic Park. And I can't pick up other dinosaurs as I do it, or other people like the bull. I mean, because you could do, like, that thing was basically a dinosaur and a Jurassic Park dinosaur carrier. The bull T-Rex, the super colossal, now the super colossal. But I can't do that with this one. You can only eat like 2 figures, a few of the mini dinosaurs, and it like one, if not at all, the small dinosaurs, which kind of sucks. Another problem, the hands. The hands. I wish the hands were posable like the Grab and Growl and the super posable, because I really just want an Indominus Rex with a neutral pose, because with its pose like this, it just looks weird, honestly. And another problem is the buttons. I wish this button was back here along with this button, like the Grab and Growl. Like, the Grab and Growl, despite, like, there's a lot of problems with it. Like, it's easily breakable, but a lot of it did a lot of things right. And I wish it was carried over to this toy and just, like, improved upon. And another thing is, I wish, like, it doesn't bother me now, but it still bothers me a little bit, is that I wish the tail was longer, like up to where the Red Rex. I wish it was like the Red Rex, where the tail was a little bit longer. Like, it feels like at this length, what you see, like, I can't even put this in the freaking shot. I wish it was longer. I wish the Destroy and Devour was a little bit longer, like the Red Rex and some other kind of dinosaurs. And a lot of people would say I wish it had some rubber, which honestly I don't really care for. In my general opinion, I don't really like. It's a nice feature. It's welcome, but honestly, all I care about is a really nice, decent sculpt, like you see here. Like, I'm fine with this. I'm a man of simple taste. Okay, I like all I need is a good sculpt, and I'll be fine. But yeah, those are really all of my complaints. But honestly, despite all of them, like, for the fact that the buttons, I can get used to that really quickly. You just have to hold it a certain way, like, kind of like this. Another thing is that if you really want, you can get a customizer to, like, cut off the hand somehow and then, like, stick a like a joint in there and, like, plug it back in, and then you can, like, have the arms resting. But yeah, despite all of those complaints, I'm still standing by the fact that this is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Jurassic World dinosaur toy that I've had. Because for one thing, it's my favorite fictional dinosaur ever, actually. In terms of ratings, I would probably give it a reluctant 9 out of 10. But really, my heart is for some reason my heart is saying an 8.5 or an 8 or a B. That's really where my heart is setting. But despite that, I love it. I love this thing. Like the fact that it can't really swallow figures whole like you do on the Bull Rex, like I've said a million times already in this video. It kind of fixes that with the chomping action, like the chomping sound effect. And it's really fun to hold. It's heavy. It's a lot more durable. And really, I say pick it up when it comes into stores. You don't really want to pay that much. Yeah, there's just a lot of playability. This would be great for kids. Just don't try to kill anybody with it. Yeah. So, with my closing thoughts, as we exit out from this video, I must say thank you for watching. There will be videos. There will be a review of that. There will be an upcoming review of someone like this later down the line. And I hope you enjoyed today's content, and hope you have a great day. And subscribe if you want to see more. Plebdominus Rex signing off.